Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
Hey there guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and welcome to my Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2 Episode 1 review video. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hop right on into it. Episode titled Spoils of War. It should also go without saying that yes, there are spoilers ahead, so if you haven't already seen the newest and latest on The Bad Batch Season 2 on Disney+, click off the video now, go check it out. It's absolutely amazing. In this video, I wanted to take a read from fan-sided dorksideoftheforce.com. I'm going to have their full article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As they read, after waiting more than a year for another look into the lives of Clone Force 99, the series premiered with a solid 2-episode release, setting up for what we can expect from the rest of this upcoming season. The first episode, titled Spoils of War, sets up a few of the developments that have happened to the Bad Batch during the interminable time, the progression of the Empire, and the growing desperation of the Bad Batch, and they're getting into more than a bit of trouble on Count Dooku's former home world and castle that was introduced firstly in Star Wars The Clone Wars, and that had even also appeared there. At the beginning of this episode, all seems normal with the squad, and it looks like the Bad Batch is simply completing their mission like usual, as we can also tell that they're still working for Sid, the reptilian type of creature, the same species, a Trandoshan, that is of what Bossk is, also seen in the original trilogy, and in the Clone Wars for that matter as well. None of them retain their symbols from their time during the Clone Wars, and their armor now seems much more worn. In addition to that, we see that Omega has progressed significantly and has become a full member of the team. Omega's progress is highlighted by her early competence in fighting off the crabs, a very large crab species at that we see in the show, and the fact that the team didn't really try to unnecessarily shield her from any harm, and that she could really handle herself. The weathering of the team makes sense, as they would have to continue working missions for Sid to stay financially afloat. It is the consistent missions and the increasing Imperial presence that seems to push Hunter into agreeing to the highly risky mission to raid Serenno, this homeworld of Dooku, in hope of reclaiming enough money to keep everyone and to really get everybody to escape. Even as the team contemplates on whether or not that they should do this mission, their long-term prospects of Echo is becoming more and more vocal in this decrying of the Empire. One might think that given Echo's long-term imprisonment, that he would be the most fearful or really wanting to even do this to begin with, and that he would vote against it if for anything. However, this simply just doesn't seem to be the case, and that Echo has hardened this to his resolve. These are some essential character elements that indicate that the squad is on a collision course with the Empire, and that they are really against them at this point, rather than trying to hide from them. And as I had also mentioned in my reaction video to the first 2 episodes of The Bad Batch Season 2, is how much this overall character, I think is the proper term to use here, really does remind me of what we saw with the Andor show previously before, with seeing how these characters are motivated to not just hide from the Empire, but motivated to stand up against them and fight against them, and how they actually go about that. So that is something I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more going forward with this overall season, and show at that there as well. As the article continues, either way, the team decides to travel to Serenno to encounter a large number of clones, Imperial clones, including the new clone captain Wilco, escorting the spoils of war, these treasures that Dooku had. The Empire has destroyed a large chunk of the civilian areas, but Serenno still bears the scars from its time as the Separatist stronghold. One of the last times we saw the planet was during the Night Sisters' attempted assassination of Dooku, and the damage is still present. While some may see this as a bit of a Clone Wars fan service, it is a natural question to ask what happened to the Separatist resources. Spoils of War, the title of this episode, inclusion of Serenno is both organic and helpful to help the overall Star Wars canon, storytelling, and with that, moving it forward. As the article closes out, overall, the first episode is nothing surprising, and while it could have used a bit more long-term implications of the Spoils of War title name, is a solid returning episode that sets up the second season of The Bad Batch. Reintroducing to the characters and their current status is a very important key element that not only episode 1 does, but also episode 2, moving the story forward. The animation quality has once again increased in quality with a linearity of minor details present, such as the wind-caped waves, and the cast unsurprisingly performed their roles very, very well as per usual, while some characters, such as Echo and Omega, show evidence of solid character development. Season 1 comment about the stagnation of tech may still be relevant. While it is of course lovely overall, this writer hopes that The Bad Batch will ensure to keep us all at the edge of our seats as the series and season progresses. Now from there, that is where the article concludes, and as I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have the full article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. I really wanted to take a read from dorksideoftheforce.com. I agree with a lot of their different opinions here about the overall episode, while also kind of getting that overall summary that we had here for the first episode here as well. I'll have a second video here out here on the channel shortly, reviewing over the second episode here of The Bad Batch Season 2 as well, so stay on the lookout for that by hitting the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified for when that video comes out, as well as all types of other Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns that we cover here and talk about on the channel here as well. So if you guys are into any of that, join us here today. As always, may the Force be with you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Peace out.